Let me save you a lot of pain and aggravation because you don't want to get your ass kicked. And if you take martial arts training and it's real training, you're going to get your ass kicked. You're going to get hurt. And if you're an older person, you may not recover from what you're trying to do is to save your ass, not get your ass beaten into the ground. When I was learning martial arts, they knew my name in the emergency room in the hospital. Here's Bill again. I was there. I'm not saying every week, but I mean, I don't think 2 weeks passed that I wasn't in the emergency room. This beautiful, beautiful nose has been broken numerous times. My toes have all been broken. I've been cut. I've had my eye, I couldn't see out of it for weeks. My hands are now completely arthritic. And I know that that was because when I was younger, when I was in my 30s and 40s, and I was training, I was smashing my fists into boards. This is insanity. Yes, it's insanity. But it's the kind of insanity that you have to go through if you're actually learning the martial arts. If you're actually learning mixed martial arts, if you're actually learning Krav Maga, if you're learning one of these serious sports, combat sports where there is contact, you're gonna get hurt. It's not a maybe, it's a definite. It's a definite. You don't want to get hurt, come on. I mean, I'm sure you have a very nice face, so you don't want to get your face punched in. You say, well, I took a self-defense class and, virtually worthless, okay? I mean, common sense, okay? The stuff that they're showing you, I mean, who is the person who is most likely to attack you? It's probably some person in your family who gets shit-faced, all right? Or it's some... It rarely happens, but it does happen. Some psycho on the street, a homeless person, somebody who is suffering from severe mental illness, a drug addict. I mean, those persons come to you, and then, learning, you twist your elbow and you, the shit. It don't work, baby. Take it from me. I've been doing this for 50 years. It doesn't work. What works? Long years of training, or right up here. Now, you've heard it many times, the best fight is the one that you never get into. So, toning down the situation, back off, back off, back off. Look for an opportunity to run and then get your ass out of there. Run, run, run. And if you are confronted by someone who does put their hands on you or you actually have to do something, you want to have a weapon. You mean I should have a gun? Well, a gun would be good, yes. All right? If someone is going to put you in bodily harm, a gun is good. What about a knife? Knife is excellent, yes. Pepper spray, taser, okay? Anything that you could pick up, in the street, a hammer. A weapon is always going to be better than fighting with your bare hands, okay? I mean, I used to be able to fight pretty good with my bare hands, but I'm 80 years old now, okay? So, a weapon sounds pretty good because a weapon is what's going to work, You got 5 target areas: the eyes, the throat, the solar plexus, the groin, and the arch of the foot, okay? Where can I take a weapon and implement that? The best training that you can do is to go through scenarios in your mind. What would I do in a certain situation? And then think, what would I do? Are there any circumstances where I would put somebody into mortal harm? Okay, I mean, end them. You say, well, if they were going to try to end me, I'd end them first. Okay. And not everybody would say that, okay? Would you put somebody in mortal harm if they were taking down your partner or one of your kids? Then you say, well, maybe, blah, 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 blah. Okay, if you would do that, and seriously do that, then you can possibly survive this encounter, okay? But thinking that you're going to take some kind of a self-defense course, forget it, okay? Thinking that you're going to have your little cane or your umbrella, no, okay? It's not going to happen, all right? What is it? It's the mind. It's saying, would I hurt this person? What would I do to them? What's in the situation? There are so many possible scenarios. They all come down to the same thing. If you can get your ass out of there, get your ass out of there. But this is really a mental game, thinking, what would I do? Where are the exits? Being alert and aware, you know, for the exits and exit strategies and, you know, calming down situation. I mean, all of this, learning how to calm down a situation. You know? If there's any way to, you know, to talk your way through this. Sometimes there are. Sometimes if you're dealing with somebody who's, you know, got some kind of a psychosis, you know, talking to them is, you know, fucking ridiculous, okay? You got to get your ass out of there as soon and as quickly as possible. And then get the police, the army, the Hells Angels, if you know them. I mean, you know, somebody to back up your ass, okay? And, you know, you got to be thinking, if I'm going to take care of this situation myself, then, you know, I should really be thinking more about a real weapon, okay? Not a cane, not an umbrella, a real weapon, okay, that I can really defend myself with. So that's the advice that I give to seniors. I mean, if you're 25 like I was and you wanted to get in and you say, well, I'm going to get in there, I'm going to learn martial arts and I'm going to be in a combat sport and I'm going to really go to a place where they have full contact and, you know, and you're going to get hurt and, you know, okay. All right. I mean, that's a completely different scenario. Okay. But if you're in your 40s, 50s, 60s, 70s, you know, I mean, forget about it. Okay. Think with your mind. What am I going to do? Okay. You say, I'll run the bastard over with my wheelchair. Okay, great. Okay, you can figure out how to do that. Run them over with your wheelchair, your car, or, you know, whatever. Okay. I mean, those are all weapons. So you're thinking, what can I use as a weapon? How am I going to get out of the situation? But it's when would I take action? When is it appropriate for me to take action? And that's what you have to work through in the theater of your mind, going through these scenarios. What would you do? When would you do it? What would you do? Okay, come on. That is serious self-defense. Everything else, it's not going to work for us old buzzards. I'm sorry, okay? I've been around too long. I can't fool around. I've been doing this for 50 years. I can't bullshit you, okay? All right? I'm going to tell you the truth.